Hello, math from Mrs. Bjorkman's living room. Woohoo! Okay, we are going to be working on mental math using those smart brains to add tens, right? We talked about place value and we talked about those place value blocks. Remember, we had rods and units and the cube and the flats. And I can show you some of those some more. But I do want to bring up this page that I just want you to think about on your own for a minute and see how you do solving those problems without any help from anyone. Not help from me, not help from mom, not help from Uncle Mike or Aunt Grin, or even help from Travi or Troy or anybody else. I want you to try it on your own. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. And while I share, I'm going to go get some place value blocks. And I want you to think about these three problems and what would your answers to these three problems be? Ready? And Mark, get set, go. Did you get to see Dash at all? There he is. That's the Bjorkman family's new puppy, Dash. Okay, so I'm hoping that you were able to solve some of these problems. If not, that's okay. We're going to go over them together, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what we notice about the pattern that we see. So, what do you think 13 plus 10 is? What do you think? Well, I notice when I look at the ones place, there's a 0. And here, where I look at the ones place over here, there's a 3. So I'm going to add those ones place digits first. I'm going to add the 3 and the 0. What is 3 plus 0? 3 plus 0 is 3. Now I'm going to add the tens place. Now we see a 1 here, but it's in the tens place. So 110, when we have one tower of 10, 110 is 10. It's not 1. So we're going to add 10 plus 10. And what's 10 plus 10? I'm hoping you all said 20. So we're going to put 2 tens or 20, right? 110 plus 2 tens. Excuse me, sorry. 110 plus 110 equals 2 tens. So 13 plus 10 is 23. Now, if I look down here, I'm going to change my color. If I look down here at 39, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm adding 10 more. So if I'm thinking 39 plus 10 more, I know that 9 plus 0, if I do my ones first, 9 plus 0 is 9. 3 plus 1 is 4, 49. I'm going to do the same thing on my last numbers. If I have 2 plus 0, that's 2, right? I start with 2. I don't add anything to it. It's 2. And then I'm going to add my tens. 5 tens plus 1 10 is 6 tens, 62. Okay. Now, I said before when I left to go get my Tower of 10 that we were going to look for a pattern. Do you notice what happens when we're adding 10 to a number? The ones place doesn't change because we're adding 0 ones each time, right? The ones place has a 3 over here. It has a 3 over here. It has a 9 over here. It has a 9 over here. It has a 2 over here. It has a 2 over here. The ones place does not change when you're adding 10. And because you're just adding 1 10, the tens place only goes up one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6, right? The 5 goes to the 6 because we're only adding 1 10 to this. So if I was to have the number, let's try 44, and I was going to add 10 to it, do you know what it would be? 44 plus 10 more? Remember, I'm not adding anything to the ones. I'm adding 1 to the tens, so it will be 54. You got it, 54. So, just like we count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, we can do that with these numbers as well. 39, 49, 59, 69, 52, 62, 72. What would come next if I was adding another 10? 82, right? 62, 72, 82. 13, 23. Do you know what would come next? This one's a little trickier. 22, 23, 33, then what? 33, then 43, right? We're adding 10 each time. Make sense? Okay, I'm gonna clear this page. We're gonna slide on down and looking at this hundreds chart. Now, you've moved beyond the hundreds chart. I'm just pulling this up for an example just to see. We have 27 plus 10. We know that we're moving down on the hundreds chart because the numbers as we move down get bigger, right? So if I'm at 37 and I'm adding 10, my next 10 is going to be 47, right? My next 10 would be 47. If I take this 37 and go, oh, come on, drawing pen. 37, I'm gonna add 10, go to 47, right? Just like if I was gonna be over here at 63 and I was going to add 110, then I'd be at 73. What if I am at, let's say, 24, and I wanna add 3 10s, right? What's 3 10s? 10, 20, 30. So 24 plus 30, 10, 20, 30 would be 54. Now let's look at that. I'm at 24 and I'm gonna add 30. That's just adding 3 10s. I still have that 0 in my ones place. So 4 plus 0 is 4, right? 4 plus 0 is 4. And then what is 2 plus 3? Everybody got that? 2 plus 3 more? 5. So 24 plus 30 is 54, and that's exactly what we landed on when we used the hundreds chart to count by tens, right? 10, 20, 30. All right. Now, you're gonna have some assignments in your Google Classroom. In your Google Classroom, you're going to be doing some mental math, adding 10 to these numbers. Try to use your brain. Try to use that thinking brain, adding 10 more. rather than using your hundredths chart. I'd like to see you using that thinking brain rather than using your hundredths chart on this activity. Okay, remember 4 plus 0, 4. 110 plus 110 is 2 10s. So my number would be 24. Yes. So you're going to do some mental math, and then there's going to be a couple of story problems, word problems that I want you to write the equation for, and then tell me what the total or what the sum is. These are both addition, and they're both using that adding 10 more to get on the bus. So read the story problems and answer the questions, and make sure you show your work. It is in a Google document, so I'm hoping that you can write right on it. If you have any difficulty at all, let me know. And I hope that you have an excellent Tuesday. See you later.